Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. I'm going to laugh throughout this entire video. No, I'm being serious here, people. I just really, sometimes, I just gotta laugh. I gotta laugh at so much shit. You have no idea. One day, you should be me for one day, and you will laugh all day long. People, this is my post-market wrap-up again on this Monday, January 10th, 2022. Why am I laughing? Why am I rolling over? All over my entire... You have to see this place. It's a disaster area. Because all day long, I'm rolling around laughing, kicking my hands and feet all over the place. It's a riot. Why? Well, let me set the stage for you. Let's talk about the market so you can understand what's going on. I explained to you from weeks ago, that this market needs a pullback. I would be happy to see one. I wish this market would sell off. We need a real correction. We don't even have that at this particular point. But meanwhile, getting to the reason why I'm laughing all my ass off around my freaking office is yet again the calls for a market crash, hearing from big lofty people out here, oh, this is it. Finally, it's the crash. It's right here, right now. Brain dead. Is that 2 words? Yeah, 2 words. Brain dead. Okay, they don't know what they're looking at. These people are imbeciles. They're sitting here staring at the stock market and going, bullshit. Okay, the real crash is going to start in the debt market, and when one of these retards begins to understand that, they're going to stop all the market crash threats and this and that and everything freaking out that they're conjuring up. All they want is you to click on their videos calling for crashes and this and that. Is nonsense. We are not even close to a crash or the big one, people. Why? How do we know that for a freaking fact? Are you looking at the debt market? Are you watching the yield curve? The real crash, I'm going to say this again. It's only about, the quadrillionth time I am saying this. The real crash will start in the debt market. The debt market is the hyper bubble that's inflating everything else. And with a stable, and it's been stable, 10-year yield since the market is pricing in some Fed rate hikes here, at least one relatively soon, there's nothing going on here. Nothing. This is why I'm laughing, because these people, they're deranged, they're deluded, and frankly, they're all freaking retarded. They don't know what they're looking at. I don't know what to tell you. And again, all the calls for every single time. Let me, again, set the stage for you. Whenever the market decides to do what it's doing right now, which is really nothing, okay? Markets, I got an epiphany. You mean markets don't go straight up every single day without maybe mulling around a little bit, maybe giving back a little bit? Oh, really? Yeah, duh. Okay, but whenever this happens, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Again, they're out there. They don't know what the hell is going on, but they're out here with big lofty names, making calls for crashes and this, that, and the other thing. You got to be kidding me. Some of them are not even admittedly in the stock market. Make it up. Make it up right now. I dare you to do it. Anyway, look, it's so obvious to me, and it should be to you, that what you've seen today was nothing. So yeah, the market earlier today was under some pressure, but did you watch how we finished the day? The NASDAQ finished positive fractionally, fractional loss for the S&P 500, fractional loss for the Dow Jones, the industrial average, but we're crashing. It's over. Oh, really? You gotta be kidding me. This kind of stuff, on top of making me laugh my ass off and it just roll around my freaking office, it gets to me too, because these people are hurting people. They've been hurting maybe millions of people, at least in the mega hundreds of thousands. Some of them have pretty big channels. And they've been hurting people, beating them down for years. And these same people could have been capitalizing on what is the best, strongest bull run we've ever seen in this market. But this guy has kept all of you on the right side of this market, but I'm the bad guy. Oh yeah, I heard I blow ponies. I mean, Bo Ploney is saying, Greg is a mean man. He's very mean. A mean boy. I'm mean. When you got that guy and other people like him calling for crashes every other day, they've destroyed people from a financial standpoint, not allowing them to capitalize on this freaking freak show market. Okay, let me calm down a little bit. So what we are witnessing, people, and again, if you subscribe to my free newsletter, hint, link in the description of this video. I was putting out all kinds of stuff today on cryptocurrencies, on the market. This is normal. What we're seeing right now, we are not crashing in any kind of way. And anybody who's trying to tell you that we are crashing right now, just laugh. Laugh in their freaking face. That's all I have to say. Okay, let us move forward here. Gold and silver turned around, put on some gains today. Cryptocurrencies recovered, Bitcoin back around 42,000, whatever. Dollar did put on some strain today. I told you there was a fear trade going on, and what happened? Well, the fear trade got bought up. And I'm not saying we're done. I am not in the business of calling tops or bottoms in this market. Anybody who is a retard too, okay? It don't work. You're talking to a guy here who does nothing but study this market. I've been immersed in this market for freaking decades, okay? I've seen pretty much it all. So, again, you could talk to a guy who's not even in the market, okay? Or you could talk to a guy who is the market, and that's me. And again, not to toot my own horn here, but I've kept all of you on the right side of this. Anyway, let us move forward here, people. So just to recap real quick, there's nothing going on here. The debt market is stable. The debt market is stable. So, oh, really? You mean the market's wavering around a little bit because of fear, because of speculation about what the Federal Reserve may or may not do? I mean, is this anything new, really? How about no? None of it's new, and this is the way it always plays out. It's incredible. It really is, people. But again, look, take advantage of this. We need these kind of retarded people to be taking the opposite side of the trade of you and I. Because in the long run, they are going to lose, and I mean lose big. Bigger than you can possibly imagine. They're already causing, again, their followers, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people to have lost out on really what is probably the biggest, most powerful bull run in the market we've ever seen in the history of the world, being driven by easy money, which is not going to stop. And these same people are going to keep their throngs of followers on the wrong side of the market. Some of them have even told people to bet against the market. They should be taken to jail in handcuffs, if you ask me, really. But they don't give out financial advice. Let us move forward here, people. It's crazy. I want to share something with you in case you don't know. How many of you people, let me pose this as a question. How many of you people out here believe that if in fact we were to get another financial meltdown, that the Federal Reserve is not going to bail out the banks again? How many of you even realize that all of the major Wall Street banks, and I'm talking about every single one of them because they're the ones behind the Fed, they're the ones that run the Fed, have a direct main line to the Fed for endless whatever they want. They want capital injections, they're going to get it. They can't fail anymore, okay? Too big to fail? No such thing as too big to fail anymore. Not a single Wall Street bank will ever fail again. It's just not going to happen. Okay, henceforth, why Greg Mannarino, Greg Mannarino is a major bull with regard to several of the Wall Street banks. And again, if you subscribe to my free newsletter, you know who they are. Let us move forward here, people. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about that. Maybe I will, because again, my email box is filling up with the same freaking idiots. Bitcoin's going to zero now. It's going to zero. This time I'm going to be correct. They've been wrong every single time. And for how many years have you and I heard about Bitcoin zero? Well, they've been wrong 100% of the time. Imagine having a perfect record like that. Well, I guess some people can. Yeah, the same people who are calling for a market crash, they've also been 100% wrong for years and years and years. Imagine being wrong 100 freaking percent of the time. Well, that's pretty incredible, isn't it? Well, anyway, let's talk a little bit further here, people. I want to, today, if you were listening to, the propaganda ministry, also known as CNBC today, they're talking about how the market is defending, the market needs to defend its current position so we do not fall into correction. Really? Let's see. What would be so incredibly bad if the market actually were to fall into correction? What are we going to do? I don't know. Help! Help! You got to be kidding me. Really? Is that the greatest fear, that the market actually, it may correct? Well, we don't get corrections anymore, so I don't think people even realize what they are. But again, this is the narrative from the dog shit propaganda ministry. You can't make that crap up if you try to. So now I want to bring this to your attention because this is another freak show. This is Jamie Dimon today. The CEO of JP Morgan, which is a criminal institution, a super bank among super banks on Wall Street. Now, the guy's obviously a criminal. We all understand that. He's involved in direct manipulation of the markets, every aspect of the market. But meanwhile, this guy can do anything he wants with impunity. You all know that. But he wants you to know, Mr. Jamie Dimon wants you to know that right now the economy is the best that it's ever been, quote, in decades. So what is he trying to convey? What is the CEO of this Wall Street freaking super bank really trying to say? He wants you to go out and take a loan from his bank because they have more cash than they know what to do with, and they are more than willing to loan it to anyone. See, if he were to tell you, the CEO of any Wall Street super bank were to tell you that the economy is in free fall around the world, we are in some kind of hyperinflationary event, which is just getting started here. And the Fed is going to continue pumping easy money at this market for as far as the eyeballs can see. You see, if he were to say stuff like that, then maybe you wouldn't want to go out and get a loan. But he has to tell you how fantastic everything is. This is the best the economy has been in decades. Meanwhile, this same idiot, okay, yeah, he's a super billionaire, but I can call him an idiot, because he is an idiot, because he's trying to mislead people on a grand scale, will not tell you that, again, the money velocity or the rate at which cash is moving through the economy is at like zero. Okay, we're going nowhere, and you can't have a recovery or a boom without cash moving. But he's telling you it's the best it's been in decades, and he wants you to make sure you go to your local bank, JP Morgan, of course, and ask for a loan because he wants to lend you some money. Make it up, people. I freaking dare you. Okay, so what really have we been seeing, my lovely friends, before I have a freaking meltdown and blow a gasket right here on camera? What we're seeing here is a market kind of tapping the brakes a little bit. This is in no way a crash. This is in no way any kind of a real correction. We have a debt market that is completely stable at this point. Yes, risk is rising. Go look at the MMRI, but I'm telling you, there are no red flags here, people. I don't know what these idiot, retard, imbecile, crotch rot, decrepit, stenching, people are trying to sell you, talking about crashes every other freaking month, every week. What are they? They're trying to screw you. Again, if you are, in fact, one of these people who have been out of the market because of these kind of people, sue them. Sue them, because you have lost out on an epic sum. They've kept you on the wrong side of this. Yeah, maybe some of them have told you, to hold physical gold, hold physical silver. Great ideas, okay, against the debt mega bubble. I got that. And some of them are even saying you should hold cryptos, although most of them are very against crypto. And they've caused you to, be out of that market too. And this guy's been telling you to buy Bitcoin since around 3,000. We're still at like 41,000 people. I would call that a pretty damn good run. Anyway, with the other cryptos too, except for Dash. It's the only one I'm underwater with. I own almost all the big ones. In fact, I think I do own all the big ones. So, and you too, all of you people who have been with me, you're on the right side of this. But again, these people have kept you in the beast system. Yeah, again, maybe taking advantage of things by buying gold and silver. Absolutely need to do that. But why be a one-trick pony? I'm not a one-trick pony, nor do I blow ponies. But the fact of the matter is, you got to be diversified. You got to be in this market in many different things. Okay, I always tell you this all the time. You want to throw all your eggs in any one basket? Good for you. Okay, I think it's a bad move unless you are strapped for the availability of funds, for which, if that is the case, you should own one asset, and that is physical silver. You won't know that. Anyway, I want to bring another thing to your attention here. So we got more of these rocket scientist economists who are trying to convey to you, or anyone who will listen, that inflation will, maybe they're talking about right now, start to wane. But what they're not telling you is this is an impossibility. They're always wrong. So you could choose to listen to one of these rocket scientist economists, okay? Or you could choose to use your own brain just a little bit and understand that by no means, by no way, shape, or form are central banks done inflating. So if we know that, and we realize that even without money velocity moving, or the cash moving through our economy at any kind of a pace that would define a recovery, we're still seeing inflation surge. The Fed is way over its 2% target. We're at 6.8% with regard to the Federal Reserve's, their own numbers. Current rate of inflation, you got to be kidding me, but no one is being held to account here, people. Of course not. You know that. Never happened. It's such a screw show. It's not even a freak show. It's a screw show on an epic scale. I'm not talking about from anything, from a standpoint of something you might enjoy. I'm talking about getting screwed hardcore in a bad way. But we're not going to stop. Nothing's going to prevent you and I from being on the right side of this entire thing and being able to see through it. You want to know when the market's going to really crash, okay, or when we're in one? Stop looking at the market itself and look at the driver, the main freaking driver, which is the debt market. You want to show me somebody out here where there is instability in the debt market today, other than it being a freaking hyper bubble, which is going to continue to go on until it doesn't. Right now, there is no sign at all that there is anything major going on in the debt market. And that, to me, means that the stock market is going to remain the place to be. And we should be buying these dips moving forward. Let the market adjust to what the Federal Reserve is going to do. That is, they are going to raise rates sometime soon. It's going to happen. And that's what the market is doing. It's kind of tapping the brakes. There's a lot of fear here about Federal Reserve balance sheet runoff, which ain't happening. Okay, I told you there's no way the Fed can run off its balance sheet. No one's going to buy the debt that the Fed owns that is yielding less than the current rate. It's not going to happen. But again, you got the freak show, and it is a freak show. And maybe I'm part of it, but at least I've kept you on the right side. All right, people, look, I'm going to end this video. I hope this has been informative to you and enjoyable to you. Okay, all right, I'm out of here. I love you a lot. Please share the video. Get it out there, and I want to hear from you. Tell me, those of you that don't like Greg Mannarino, for whatever reason, I want to hear from you more than anybody else. Where did I get it wrong in this video? And if those of you that like Greg Mannarino want to tell me where I got it right, well, I will read the comments. I promise I will. And I'll see you all in the morning. I'm out of here.